Okay, so here we're going to kind of focus a little bit more on the alignment of our labels and numbers. So I want to kind of transform this drabby, kind of boring looking worksheet into something that kind of looks like this here. All right. So we're going to do a little bit of changing around with the alignment and a few other things, but the main thing is going to be this stuff right here. All right. So how do we do that? Well, first of all, what we can do is let's go ahead and let's take this whole range here. All right, let's just do this first one here. And this is going to be a little review from last video. We're going to take that whole thing and make it centered, all right? So we're going to go back in there and we're going to merge all those cells and then center the text within that merged area. And again, that's just going to be this in the Home tab, the merge and center. So that's going to get that in there. We can go ahead and make it, a little bit bigger. All right, make it bold, that type of thing. Okay, now the big thing is what you're seeing here. We have pretty wide labels and we have pretty narrow numbers, right? So a lot of extra space in here. And if you're kind of familiar with printing, you're going to know that because this thing is so wide, we're going to have to shrink it down quite a bit in the printing process to get it to fit on one page wide, right? If we can narrow it down to start with, so we don't have to do as much of that squeezing, percentage squeeze, when we go to print it, it'll print out larger, right? So what we're going to do then is we're going to select this range here of our labels all the way across like that, all right? And then what we're going to do is go back into the Home tab and this button right here, which is the orientation, all right? Now, if we click onto that, you've got a number of different ways you can go. You can go a 45-degree angle, like that. That doesn't look too bad. But the problem, again, there's still more width being taken up there, right? Well, you look a little bit further, and we have something here called rotate text up. That's where it starts from the bottom, like A, B, C, working its way up, right? So we click on this one, and that happens, right? Now, we can make that bold, all right? But the best thing is we can definitely make these columns less wide, right? So we can just go ahead and select the whole worksheet, point to one of the column borders here, get that double-tipped arrow, double-click, and look at that. I mean, much less, much less. I mean, if you look at the original, well, actually we don't have the original, but the original was going way off there. So we've knocked that thing down probably by like 40, maybe close to 50% of the. And this looks especially nice when you have the same width as far as the labels go. Now, what I didn't do here for each of these, I probably should have had the like an O in between, like a 0. I mean, I could probably go back to here, make that a 0, right? Enter that in. And then what I can do is go back here and drag that over to here, right? There we go. So that way I've got the same height on all of them. And I might even go and make this just a little bit taller. Everything in here, if you look at this, it's all centered. So it's centered between the top and bottom, and it's centered this way as well. We could also take all of these numbers here, like that, and make these, oh, looks like they're all centered already, so we're good on the centering there. And let's make sure on these guys as well. And that's all centered. Actually, they are centered. This one isn't very well, so we'll just hit the center there. And, oh, I guess I did move over a little bit, so there we go. Not too bad. And again, you can go back in here and you could format, for the coloring and the bolding and all that. And we can just go in here real quick and put a border maybe at the top and bottom, make it bolded, maybe put a different color in the background there, right? And maybe at the top here, put a thicker border. So what we can actually do here is we can select that, go back into our dialog box, right? Go to our border, pick maybe this size, a little bit bigger. We won't change the color, we'll leave it black. but we have to make sure that we put the border at the top and at the bottom. See right there? So I can either do that, or I could have clicked over here like that and clicked over here like that, and it would put them in there as well. I do all that, hit OK, click away from it, not bad. So that looks a heck of a lot better than it did originally. So hopefully this is something that you can maybe think about doing with some of your data that you're putting into your worksheet. So I appreciate you watching the video. Take care.